Hello and welcome friends to another Top 10 list brought to you by Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host Johnny Rogers, bringing you the top 10 biggest Avengers controversies. Coming to life at number 10, Back from the Dead.
Please, my brother's dying. Get help. Help him. Oh, classic.
Still hate it? It's humiliating.
No, not for me, it's not.
Now, the Marvel Universe is famous for doing this from Nick Fury to Loki to Bucky, but perhaps the most controversial would be the resurrection of Phil Coulson. In the Avengers movie, Phil is stabbed by Loki, leaving us in a state of mourning for the beloved character, only to then bring him back onto the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. How dare they toy with our emotions? The main reason this one is controversial is the fact that the Avengers didn't unite to defeat Loki until Phil was killed, giving them a strong motive to set aside their differences and take down the cunning trickster. When the company decides to just bring him back in a new series, it downplays the importance of his death that essentially altered the storyline of the Avengers. Number 9, different Quicksilvers. This one is just laziness in my eyes, and fans saw it as a big controversy when the casting decision was made to replace the Quicksilver actor Evan Peters, who played the role in X-Men Days of Future Past, to Aaron Taylor Johnson in the Avengers Age of Ultron. I mean, the X-Men movie came out a full year before the Avengers film and was a real opportunity for a terrific crossover, but Marvel left us a bit disappointed with the original Quicksilver's replacement. No offense, Aaron, we just enjoy seeing familiar faces, that's all. Number 8, cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation is a hot button topic brought up repeatedly in today's culture, so you think that Marvel would know and understand the ramifications of replacing the classic Ancient One, who is known to fans as an elderly Asian man, with a white woman. Whitewashing at its finest. Although she did a terrific job in the Doctor Strange film, this controversy comes as a result of a huge miss from the casting department. This could have been a real opportunity for the franchise to promote the Asian actors. The actor Tilda Swinton even shaved her head to bear a similarity to the original comic book version, which fans saw as a counter-progressive move, even though the director Scott Derrickson tried to backpedal by saying that the casting choice came as a result of trying to avoid stereotypes portrayed by the original character that came out of an American viewpoint of Asian culture. Number 7, different Hulks. We all remember the big Hulk change from Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo, and this controversy comes as a result of the MCU not looking like it had the brightest of futures at the time. Edward Norton even said that he wanted to add more diversity to his career. Now, I know it's hard to imagine at this point with the Marvel franchise raking in the dough, but superhero movies weren't like they used to be. It used to be the case that if you did a superhero movie, you'd be pigeonholed into that category. Now, fans were especially upset with Marvel because of their lack of transparency on the matter. With little to no statement as to why we had the casting change for the role of Hulk, Edheads took to the internet posting angry comments on every forum and even starting petitions to have Mr. Norton return. However, to no avail. And luckily for Marvel, Mark Ruffalo pulled through with a tremendous performance. I mean, he's also just a really nice guy. Check out this time that I photobombed a picture that he was taking with some fans. Number 6, Wasp Trap. Now, some of you may not know this, but the Wasp was actually Hank Pym's wife, and in the first movie, Marvel just cut her out of the story. She played such an important role in the Avengers that fans were upset with this decision, and even more upset when the character didn't show up again in the Avengers Age of Ultron. In the Ant-Man movie, they actually begin the movie in a timeline where his wife is dead by the time the film starts. This lack of female presence compared to the overwhelmingly male cast sent fans into a frenzy. This is one controversy the franchise listened to, bringing the Wasp back as Hope, who is the daughter of Janet Van Dyne, the original Wasp in the film Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is a double backpedal in our opinion, because not only did they bring back the character of the Wasp, they center the plot around bringing Janet back from the quantum realm where she was initially believed to be deceased. Number 5, sexism.
She's a slut.
I was gonna say something along that line.
It's a complete whore.
Trick, man.
Yikes, I mean that video is just one example of the controversial arena of sexism that the Avengers have played with in regards to the character Natasha Romanoff, better known as Black Widow. After fans rightfully lost their mind when this interview was released, both Renner and Evans had to make public apologies, which appeared in the Hollywood Reporter, especially when the video went viral. Those derogatory remarks, however, aren't even the tipping point to the sexism that was shown against the character. Another controversial moment being the moment of Natasha's crying and crawling away from the Hulk, which fans saw as a useless damsel in distress moment, and again when Natasha refers to herself as a monster for not being able to bear children. Number 4. Fascist America. This controversy comes to us in the form of the American hero Captain America, who takes an interesting path into becoming, well, a Nazi. This rewrite of Cap's history shook fans when the beloved character began assisting the fascist terror group known as Hydra. At a point where our culture is seeing the rebirth of neo-Nazi-like propaganda from white supremacists, switching Captain America from a Nazi-punching hero to the dark side really upset fans. And Marvel's response was simply for fans to just be a little patient. I mean, releasing this statement to describe their decision on the character change. At Marvel, we want to assure all of our fans that we hear your concerns about aligning Captain America with Hydra, and we politely ask you to allow the story to unfold before coming to any conclusion. Hopefully his core values will triumph over the goals of Hydra, and eventually show that if you stand against oppression, good will triumph over evil. Number 3. Domestic violence. Also known as the famous slap, Hank Pym, who is most notably one of the founding members of the Avengers, displays a horrific act of domestic violence in the comics towards his wife Janet Van Dyne. In the comics, Hank had a series of failures as Ant-Man and even his career as a researcher. When he attempts to pull one over on the Avengers, his wife tries to stop him, resulting in this slap. Hank's wife, also known as the Wasp, was simply trying to boost her husband's dwindling confidence in lieu of her own success. Ant-Man has even sprayed his wife with Raid. What a dick. Number 2. The Mandarin. No, not the Mandarin buffet. I'm talking about the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, who is in the Marvel Universe is known as one of Iron Man's greatest foes. In the movie, they completely turned this character into a mockery that outraged fans and spit on decades of comic book history. This controversy takes place when the Great Mandarin, who looms as an evil mastermind, quickly transforms into a quivering actor pretending to be the Mandarin as a distraction tool for Aldrich Killian.
You got a minute to live, fill it with words.
Just a role? The Mandarin? See, it's not real.
This moment was especially frustrating for fans because it turns a cemented character in Marvel history into a complete joke.
You'll never see me coming.
Lastly, at our number 1 spot, Spoiler Man. The new Spider-Man played by Tom Holland should definitely be renamed Spoiler Man for his new reputation for giving out key details, including his own death. Buddy, what are you thinking? You have 12 million followers on Instagram. Did no one get this kid to sign a non-disclosure or something? I mean, just watch.
There was like some time where they dangled my poor stunt double under a helicopter and dunked him in a lake. Damn it.
Damn it indeed, Spidey. And that has been our top 10 biggest Avengers controversies. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, click the playlist on the screen, hit that subscribe button so you're always up to date with our new videos, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed. And you know what? Let us know in the comments which controversy you think is the worst. From Top 10 Nerd, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.